Hello, my name is CJ Goecks. I'm the Director of Instruction at TPC Craig Ranch, and I've been voted by Golf Digest as top 20 instructor in Texas in 2005. I've been fortunate enough to work for David Ledbetter. I was a certified instructor for David Ledbetter. I then became a master instructor for Jim McLean, opened up an academy for him in Fort Worth, Texas. And now, like I said, I'm the Director of Instruction at Craig Ranch. I've been fortunate enough to work with several top name players in the world. I've worked with Brittany Lane for 4 years, from basically high school through her college career and into her LPGA career. I've worked with guys like Paul Stankowski. I've worked with Nathan Green, and was fortunate enough to be helping him out when he won the 2009 PGA Tour RBC Canadian Open. So I've been fortunate enough to learn a lot of information from my time with tour players, as well as from two of the top instructors in the world. And I want to basically share with you guys and talk to you guys about how I'm passionate about the game of golf. I really want to help the average golfer. When I've worked with these tour players and when I've spent time with them, that's different than how I approach the normal average golfer. When we're working on positions with tour players, we're dealing with athletes that have played this game forever. We're dealing with guys that aren't afraid to spend 8 hours in the gym. I'm sorry, 8 hours on the range, maybe a few hours in the gym, and they work on their flexibility, stability, and strength. Through my years of experience, that's not the average golfer. And so what I really want to talk to, and what I think I would be good at is really making the swing easy to understand, giving coaching tips and helping people on the course versus just technique. But today, however, what I want to do is I want to give everyone at home a brief, quick tips on how to get your fundamentals. As a beginning golfer, the fundamentals of golf are extremely important. The better you become, and when you get to the tour player level, they're vital. The fundamentals are basically, if you can understand, for you guys at home that want to play great golf, understand PGA, which is posture, grip, and alignment. We're going to throw ball position in there. For you ladies at home, I want you to think about shopping, and I want you to think of gap, grip, alignment, posture. So that way it's an easy way for you guys to remember what the fundamentals are. So what we want to talk about really quick here, let's talk about the grip. The main thing with the grip that we're looking for here is that we want the left hand to be in the fingers, just like this. Most people, when they put the club on the ground like this, the shaft is sitting at this angle. And when I place my hand on here, this wants to instinctively put the grip up in the lifeline. Do a quick drill for me at home here, and I want you just to place the club in the lifeline. Now, as you hold the club in the lifeline, just like this, try to hinge your left wrist or your forward wrist if you're a lefty. So like this, you're going to try to get that strength or that power hinging your wrist out of your elbow. All right, what we need to do is get it into the fingers, and that's going to allow us to use our wrist hinge. This is going to basically allow us to hit the ball farther and control it. So remember, if you want to hit the ball shorter and crooked, put the club in the lifeline. If you want to hit it farther and straighter, go ahead and get the grip in the fingers. One more example of that is if you are hammering a nail into a wall. If I wanted to hammer that nail, you're going to see that I'm getting my power and control from my wrist. If you place that hammer, if you will, in that lifeline, just like this, it's very difficult for me to use my wrist properly or naturally, and I'm going to have to use my elbow. Well, there's no way I'm going to hit the nail in the wall. Hopefully, I'm not the one holding the nail in that situation. So the first thing that you guys need to understand about the grip is that we want the club in the left-hand fingers. The easiest way to do that is hold the club here at 45 degrees, place our left hand on there. When we get this V of our lifeline, or of our thumb and our forefinger right here, the thumb is sitting just to the right of center of shaft. The right hand here, now we've got to shake our way to a good golf swing, okay? And I'm not talking about shaking your hips and dancing. We're going to shake our hands here, and we're going to put this lifeline right here down the shaft and just slide that hand simply down, and basically you're going to see that the lifeline is going to cover up the thumb of the left hand. From here, we have three different models of standard grips that we can use. We can use the conventional baseball grip, which is a 10-finger grip. We can use the overlap grip, which is common amongst most golfers. Typically, better players are people with large hands. However, there are two great players, and that's Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus. They both use the interlock grip. However, the interlock grip is typically found more for women or children with small hands. So whichever one of those, whether it's, like I said, the baseball grip, which is a 10-finger, the overlap or the interlock, whichever one it is, I don't really care. Last little tip about your grip. You're looking for the trigger finger. That is key, because when you come into impact and you hit that ball, that trigger finger, that knuckle of your right index finger is going to stabilize the club. That's what we're looking for. So the grip is extremely important, and that's what I want you guys to remember. Without a bad grip, you're in trouble. Last thing here I want to really talk to you guys about, again, we're talking about grip. I want to talk to you about posture here. The posture is really what's going to allow you to move properly. We've all seen and heard the adage, about standing like a quarterback, getting ready to take, a snap from center. The reason that is it puts your body in a position to move. One thing I want you guys to do here is just stand here, stand straight up and down, cross your arms across your shoulders, and just turn. And you'll notice how much your body can turn this way. Go ahead and slump your shoulders and try to turn. You'll notice it's restricted. A quick drill to give you guys the best way to get into the proper posture so your body's ready to move is, again, from here, stick your arms straight out in front of you. Make sure your feet are about shoulder width apart. Bend your knees till you can't see your shoelaces. For some people like me, it's a little bit harder. I have to really lean out there. But for some of you flat bellies at home, it's a little bit easier. But just bend your knees till you can't see your shoelaces. That's simple for everyone. Drop your arms, keeping your back flat, just like this. And from here, we're going to bend basically from our hips. We're going to stick our rear end out this way and get till the club gets on the ground. So 3 simple steps. Arms in front of you. Bend your knees so you can't see your shoelaces. Drop your arms, keeping your back flat. Stick your rear end out till you get in a nice athletic posture. Weight should be right in the balls of the feet. So we've got the grip. We've got the posture. Ball position. This is something that I get a lot of questions from students. Basically understand that for a wedge, our stance is narrow. There's 2 different ways to do this, but if my wedge stance right here and that ball's in the center of my stance, for a 6-iron, I just make my right foot a little bit wider. Notice I haven't touched the ball, but the ball has appeared to move more forward. For a driver or a wood, I just make my right foot wider this way, and the ball position has appeared to move forward. So remember, the important areas of the golf swing: grip, posture, ball position, and alignment. Alignment is simply just basically setting your body up, feet, knees, hips, and shoulders at the target. If you can nail your fundamentals, like I said, as a beginner, that is extremely important. If you are playing to a high level of golf and you're a tour player, we're going to tweak you and we're going to get everything exactly the way we want. Grip in the fingers, okay? Left hand in the fingers, right hand, shake your way to a good golf swing. Posture, make sure you're in an athletic position to move. Ball position will change from a wedge all the way to a driver simply by moving your right foot. And then obviously alignment. Use your alignment, set up towards the target, parallel to like railroad tracks, and you are golden. Use those tips, play better golf, and enjoy this game for a lot more years to come without the risk of injury. Good luck, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my name is CJ Goecks, Director of Instruction for TPC Craig Ranch and top 20 instructor in Texas. What I want to talk to you guys right now is how to create more power. Everyone wants to hit the ball farther. How do we hit it farther? How do we hit it more accurate? How do we get control over the ball? Well, you cannot get control over the ball when you have dumped the wrist angle or dumped the lag or cast it or however you want to term it. A great drill to teach you guys how to create lag, how to get control over this club and this ball and to hit those penetrating golf shots is basically the L to L drill. What we're going to do here is we're going to put our feet together. This will take the body out of it so you can learn what the arms and the body do in the golf swing. What we're going to do here is take your normal grip and we're just going to swing the club back to where it's basically forming the letter L. You can see that my left arm's parallel to the ground. The shaft is forming the letter L. The club's in balance at this point. It's light. That's what we want. We then want to swing through with our arms extended and reform that letter L. If you can do that, the club and your wrist will naturally hinge and unhinge, creating power, creating speed, creating control. If you want to hit the ball farther, you have to do the L to L, and that's how you become a better player. That's how you hit it farther.